I'm gonna say it because I'm thinking it, but I think the recent Corey X Kenshin SA allegations are kind of sad. I feel like they are not true. I feel like we kind of heard something and then ran with the narrative. Okay, and why I say that is because we really only have like one input of the story, and I strongly believe that we are the quickest to what do you call it? Judge guilty before anybody has a chance to defend themselves. If you don't know who Corey X Kenshin is, I'll explain, right? This is Corey X Kenshin. He's making gaming videos. I didn't find out who he was until after I started doing YouTube videos, but I actually find him like very, I don't know, funny. I watch his videos all the time, as you can tell by, be keeping up for the most part on all the content that he does release. But basically what happened was somebody by the name of, I think it was like Panda XX, Panda Ninja XX official. She used to be Corey X Kenshin's girlfriend, and she was basically stating that Corey had emotionally abused her, and also released a video as proof that, she basically used to be with Corey. And then she also had stated that she had gotten cancer, and that her getting cancer basically like led her to believe that she needs to kind of expose Corey for what he did during their relationship. And before she passes, I guess that's kind of her closure doing. But the thing is, the video that she released about Corey Kenshin kind of had like a I'm not going to play the video for you guys. If you guys want to go find it, you can. But the video basically goes, they're walking down a hallway, and then she goes, "Did you do anything to my sleep? Did you do anything to me in my sleep?" And Corey replies, what did he say? He said, "Oh, yeah, girl, I got this fetish, right? But, nothing, nothing bad happened. You ain't hurt, are you, right?" And the way he said it, to me, having watched Corey Kenshin's videos, it just sounded to me that he was making a joke. Clearly making a joke, right? And then like later on in the video, he goes, "Get the camera on my face, blah, blah, blah," while he's also laughing, and they're both laughing. So to me, that's clearly a joke, because if you watch Corey X Kenshin videos, you know that he has humor like that and all the time. And I wish I could pull up some of his videos, but some of these videos, because I don't want to play them, but some of these videos, like if he was playing this one, for example, he would hop in there and start hitting on the girl, talking about like, "Hey girl, what we trying to get into?" You know what I mean? Things like that. And the way he said that line to like, "Yeah, I got this fetish, right?" It kind of like delivered the same line to me that you would get from doing that video, or doing videos like that, right? Or whatever that he normally portrays on his channel. Okay. Anyways. But so with that joke going on, everybody kind of like assumed that he not only had emotionally assaulted her, or abused her, not assaulted, but he had also SA'd her as well. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. I haven't checked. I know you can't say it on the TikTok, but I don't know. But apparently he had SA'd her, and that's the narrative everybody was running with. But it did not sound right to me, because I did not know how people were getting to the SA allegations based on what he said. But when I watched, look at the comments of that video, they were all like, "No, Corey, tell me it ain't so. No, bro, why, Corey? The Shogun, no, what, things like that." And I'm just like, no, that's not. It was clearly a joke. It was clearly a joke. And again, I'm not, again, one to defend, right? But at the same time, we only have one person's input from the story, right? We only have Panda's input from the story, yet we are being so parasocial and saying that because somebody put out a part of their story, that means their story is true. And because their story is true, anything else is wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a firm believer in, again, that we are quick to judge people rather than, give people the benefit of the doubt for obvious reasons, and or understand or see where someone else is coming from, or even get another input. Okay, so in this case, right, you have person A and person B. Person A releases the information about person B, and everyone believes person B without giving person or release person A without giving person B a chance to talk. If the roles were like slowly backed up and person B had talked about person A in their relationship, everyone would believe person B over person A no matter what they said. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the issue. I feel like we're so fast to like look at somebody and then judge them based on the information that was given to us rather than judge them based on the information that sorry based on we're quick to judge people based on half the information we get rather than the full information that we get, and we haven't gotten any of the full information. And I checked this morning, right? And I looked because I was gonna make the video yesterday, but I'm glad I didn't. But I was gonna make the video yesterday, and I looked, and it said something along the lines that she posted on her story. Oh, the essay, like just to be clear, Corey did not. He did not SA me, right? So you mean to tell me that you get like I shouldn't say you guys, but like parasocial people kind of collectively went to CoryxKenshin's like page, indoor feed, and started calling him out his name. Hold on, listen to watch like right here, right? So this is his most recent video. So if I go Spooky Sunday of them all, that's in reference to what just happened, right? The fact that we're all here on his newest video in the comments seeing if anybody else is talking about what just happened is a crazy story. It's insane how quick people will love you one day and then switch and hate you the next when they hear or see something others are talking about for a certain person. People will go to different levels to ruin their people or to ruin other people in spite of jealousy because they want what you have. I don't have an opinion until I hear both sides. There are two sides to every story. It just depends which story gets out first. After that, good luck. Hopefully Corey does address this. No wonder he leaves the internet for times and times. The internet is hypocritical. Everyone acts innocent. Right? So again, I'm glad I'm not the only person thinking that, but like over TikTok, everybody on TikTok is quick to blame Corey and like whatever, but we don't have the information. So why are we judging? You know what I mean? Like again, I also understand that, there's a whole society that believes that we should always believe the woman no matter what. Like if a female says that she was sexually assaulted or SA'd, we should always assume that she was SA'd and that she is telling the truth. Treat it as if she is. In my opinion, while I do agree with like the majority of that, if someone tells you something, I can believe it at face value, right? I don't fully believe it until I have everything I need to actually believe it, right? It's like trusting but verifying the information, right? I'm not gonna, like, if somebody came up to me and said, hey, your little brother did this to this girl, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, immediately time to cut out my little brother because I believe this person 100% and I don't need to believe anybody else because she said that happened. I always believed the victim, and so my little brother was in the wrong. Come to find out, the little brother had never even met this woman in person, but now I had already cut off my little brother from his life. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of like the same situation that's going on. But like we were quick to judge and assume that he had, I shouldn't say we because it wasn't me, you know what I mean? But it was parasocial people. Were quick to judge and assume CoryxKenshin did, I don't know, the most heinous of acts, right? Before even giving him a chance to see the video himself and or speak about it at all, right? And me personally, if you're in a relationship, you're gonna get emotionally abused, okay? It's just one of those things that happens in every single relationship. If you're in a relationship and you mean to tell me that your partner has never made you cry, or you've never been so emotional that you've cried around your partner, etc., things like that, like, or you guys get into arguments, you know what I mean? Every relationship is emotionally abusive. I don't know what the difference is with hers. Like, I understand too, like, she was coming from a spot where she was basically saying that she was hidden. Again, I understand why she was hidden because, like, Corey is, like, famous. You know what I mean? He doesn't want anybody else on his life. Like, what do we know about, well, what do we actually know about CoryxKenshin outside of the fact that he makes gaming videos and has a good relationship with God? Like, honestly, like, what's his mom's name? What's his dad's name? His little brother has a YouTube channel. Do we know the YouTube name of his little brother's YouTube channel? You know, like, again, what do we actually know about him outside of the information that he actually lets us know about him? Okay, and because of that, like, again, why are we sitting here judging him immediately based on what we do not know about him? I don't think he's ever been in an interview. I've never seen him in an interview, right? So again, why are we doing that? You know? And again, now I'm not saying that he's completely innocent, right? But I'm not saying he's guilty, because we still don't know, right? And this again is coming into the term of the talking about the emotional abuse that she had went through. And I feel like, again, as people who just support CoryxKenshin, who aren't CoryxKenshin, who aren't his friends, who just watch his videos, right? We should be willing to wait and see when he responds, what is he going to say about the situation. That's all we could do. You know what I mean? And after that, if you decide not to watch him, then go ahead, don't watch him. But you can't sit here and then harass the man for not addressing something about his personal life. Like, I feel like he's also in a bad spot, because if he addresses the situation, then I feel like that gives people more room to pry. But at the same time, if he doesn't address the situation, then everyone's gonna believe that she was telling the right story and that he was wrong. If you guys want to go follow the story or read the story or hear the story, because she has like 3-part videos and it's just 35 pages on three different parts. I think 35, 35, 33. So however many pages that is. So it's a lot to read, but she kind of goes over into detail how she felt about the situation, what happened, things like that. And then, I don't know. After that, I mean, that's kind of like her experience, but just because it's her experience doesn't make it our experience, okay? Like, people have lives outside of the content that they create, and we need to understand that. And this could have just been a bad breakup and or a misunderstanding, right? We can't just be quick to label people as soon as someone says that they fit this label, okay? Because that means that we're not doing ourselves our due diligence of actually hearing out what people have to say, because we're just immediately going to judge that person based on what we think they said. I'm going to say it like this too, okay? The only evidence that we had also received from this young lady has been the video that they were together, okay? There were no screenshots. There were no pictures of anything else outside of them being together, right? Or emails or nothing like that. It was all much her kind of listing out her memoir, like a diary, if you would. Not saying that she has to put her business out there for us to believe her, but she didn't put her business out there, and we assumed the worst. I shouldn't say we again, because that was you guys. I shouldn't say it's you guys. It was you, the Parasocials, who did do this. I feel like they know who they are. If you didn't know, now you know. And yeah, so I covered it well enough. I don't think I did, but if I did, I'm glad. I guess the TLDR of this is we shouldn't judge people too fast, because we never know what's actually going on until all the information is released. And we, as a community, as a whole, just need to sit down, shut up, and watch the next video. I guess, right? Like, not like, honestly, like, we gotta watch the next video, kind of see what happens. You know what I mean? Just kind of leave people alone. You know what I mean? Our lives, their lives, celebrity lives don't really affect us. Okay, I guess that's the TLDR. Coryx said, "Oh, all right, let me redo that." CoryxKenshin had an ex-girlfriend, heartbroken ex-girlfriend, says Cory broke her heart. She's been emotionally abused, and everybody assumed because it was emotionally abused, Cory had actually SA'd her, which is not the case, because she said that it never happened. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. And I will probably be streaming later today, so I'll see you guys then. Am I lagging?